This bothers me so much. Hey ladies, it is Wednesday and it's Jess, and we have two topics this week. The first topic is queer or lesbian books, TV shows, movies, etc. that helped us coming out and what might help one of you guys coming out. Second topic is what is it like to already have queer or lesbian people in your friends or family when you want to come out. And I'm going to take the first topic. So I don't actually tend to pick TV shows, books, movies, etc. based on if they're queer or not or have queer characters or not. It's kind of just incidental. But I know that a lot of people do find it helpful to pick things that are very relatable to them. So by no means am I a wealth of information, but I do have some hidden gems. In terms of books, I have a few recommendations. One is called Annie on My Mind by Nancy Garden. It's like a coming out novel, and it was one of the first novels that had a happy ending for a lesbian couple. So that's pretty cool. It's a very easy read, but very relatable, so I highly recommend that. A second book is called Bebo Brinker, and Bebo Brinker is older, but still very easy to read. And a classic for lesbian fiction. It's a lesbian pulp fiction novel, so it's very fun. A graphic novel, or actually a graphic memoir, is Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, and it is very sharp and poignant and thoughtful. It is the story of Alison's relationship with her late father, so I highly recommend that, but it's a graphic novel, so it's a little bit different. A short story that I've read that's pretty good also is Ramona's Demons by Susan Jane Bigelow. It's the story of a trans woman named Ramona who fights demons, and it's actually part of a larger anthology dedicated to telling the stories of trans folk called The Collection. So I really recommend that entire anthology if you are interested in reading stories that center on trans folk. I don't watch too many movies, so I don't have much, any recommendations on the movie front, but I do have a few TV shows that I can recommend. For example, The L Word, a classic. I have not watched it, but I know that other people have and have really loved it. Let's see, Orange is the New Black. Also have not watched it, but I've heard that people like it. A show that I have actually watched is called Orphan Black, and it is a BBC show that is freakishly good and completely unknown in the United States, I think. It is about this girl who figures out that she's a clone, and one of those clones is a lesbian. So it's not a show that centers on lesbians, but I think that's nice to have a show that has accessory characters that are lesbians, because I think it normalizes homosexuality in some way. So if you're looking for a show like that, Orphan Black is real good. I've also heard that Glee has a lot of LGBT characters. I've not watched it, but maybe that one. A Broadway musical, which was turned into a movie, so movie recommendation is Rent. It's about set in like the late 1980s, the height of the AIDS epidemic, and it tells the story of these like young artists, and one of the couples in the show, one of the main couples, is between a bisexual woman and a lesbian, so that's good, and it has a good soundtrack if nothing else. So finally, websites. This is what's really helped me when I was, figuring out my sexuality was websites. One that I found recently is called autostraddle.com. It's an online website with the girl-on-girl writing, so there's news and entertainment and opinions. It's very well written, very thoughtful, very provocative, so I highly recommend that if you guys want something to read. Of course, there's YouTube. You know that because you're here. So besides LesbianCentral, check out Hannah Hart, Rose Ellen Dix. Hilarious stuff there. One of my favorites is Lacey Green. She talks about sex positivity, sexuality, feminism, body image, topics like that, and she also has a really great Tumblr. What I really enjoyed when I was still figuring out my sexuality was the 5 Awesome Gays. It's not actually lesbians, they're 5 gay guys, so very similar to LesbianCentral, similar feel, but with guys. I think their videos are still up, but those are really good. And I think what probably helped me the most is fanfiction. And snicker if you want, but I love fanfiction. I have a soft spot in my heart for it. I don't read it quite as much anymore, but I love it. I was really into Harry Potter fanfiction, any gay characters that I could, put together, well, straight characters that I then made gay. Loved it. So I really recommend fanfiction just because you can create whatever world you want. If you're not finding whatever you would like in the things that are made by Hollywood or whoever. You can make up your own or go onto this community that probably has something that you're looking for. So I really recommend that if you're not finding what you're looking for. But those are my recommendations. So let me know what you guys have in the comments down below. Anything that you're currently into that you think would help someone who is trying to come out. Put it down in the comments below. But I will see you guys next Wednesday. Have a good life in the meantime, and also leave comments down below about what topics you'd like for next week. Okay? So I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.